everybody, and welcome to Old World, Wisconsin. Last time we were together, we were 27 miles up the road in Old Ashapen, and this building that you see behind me, it didn't really look like much of a building. In fact, it was in 3 separate parts, ready to be shipped down the road to where we are today. My name is Laura Ingersoll. I am the Director of Marketing for the Wisconsin Historical Society, and I'm here today to talk a little bit about this building and how it got from there to here and what it's going to do in the future. So, Wittnebel Tavern, this building, was built in 1906 by the Wittnebel family in Old Ashapen, and it was an integral part of the culture and community in Old Ashapen for a very long time. And now it's moved from one old place to another to be part of a new brewing experience here at Old World, Wisconsin, located in the southeast corner of the state, just outside of Eagle. So, well, I would love to tell you all about what it took to get this building apart and then put back together and moved here. I have an expert here with me today to tell you the real story and the real details. So, hi Devin.
Hi Laura, how are you?
I'm great. How are you today?
Great.
Awesome.
Thanks for having us here.
Yeah, it's wonderful to be here. So, Devin is the project manager for Findorf, and you may remember him from last time. He's been overseeing the deconstruction, the move, and the reconstruction of Wittnebel Tavern. So last time we were together, like I mentioned, the building was in 3 separate parts, ready to be shipped off to its new home. So can you tell us a little bit about what it took to put it back together?
Sure. So once we arrived here at Old World, Wisconsin from Old Ashapen, we staged the tavern pieces over here in the parking lot and kind of weather protected them while we waited for the foundation to be ready.
Okay.
So once the foundation was ready, we remobilized here and we started working our plan to put the pieces back together. So first floor was brought over on a truck. We had our crane sitting here, kind of where we're standing. The first floor was picked up from the trailer, swung around over the fence and over by the barn here and placed on the foundation. Made sure it fit really well. Obviously, new concrete foundation compared to an old stone foundation, there's a little bit of difference between them. So first floor was set, then we set the second floor right on top. We connected the pieces, pulled out some of the bracing so everything fit together. Placed this addition on the side here, and then once that was complete, we put the roof on, pulled out most of the bracing that's inside, kind of holding it together from the move, and made it work back together, connected all the pieces.
Okay, I'm not going to lie, that whole thing sounds extremely challenging, but I'm sure there might be one piece that was the most. So what was the most challenging part of doing all of that?
Well, obviously having 2 different sites, we remobilized here at Old World, Wisconsin, having our crane back here, and then obviously getting the first floor back on took a significant amount of time just to get it squared up. We wanted to obviously be perfect for when the rebuild happens, that everything is perfect, the siding fits, the pieces all fit back together as they were originally. Obviously we want to be a historic building, so we don't want anything looking odd. So just making it all fit back together was a bit of a challenge.
I can imagine, and it looks great. I mean, if you get up close, you can see the pieces are just perfectly aligned, and so kudos to you. So surprisingly, I heard that it actually only took you 1 day to put it back together, which is baffling to me, but like, you know, what else have you guys been doing? There's a lot going on here, and what else has been going on to get it ready?
Sure, once the foundation was completed and we put it back together, our counterpart here, Hassinger Construction, has been working on their portion, which is the brewery experience. So they did the foundation and the tunnel in between, and behind us here is the brewery experience that's been ongoing as we have been here as well. So,
we're going to hear more about that today too. So sounds like not only are we connecting history, but we're connecting mechanics too with these tunnels going between the buildings. So, well, thank you, Devin, so much for your input. And now let's go over here, and we're going to talk to Dan Freese. And Dan is the director at Old World, Wisconsin. Hi, Dan.
Hi, Laura.
Well, first of all, congratulations. You've got a new building here on
exciting.
site. It's so exciting. So how often do you add a new building to Old World?
Not often. This is the first building that we've added at Old World, Wisconsin in 25 years.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, so this is pretty special to see a new old building arrive on site.
Yeah. New times for Old World, Wisconsin. So we also have another new building. It's, we're here today to talk about Wittnebel Tavern, but it's really hard to miss this beautiful new construction that's happening right behind us. So what is this building, and tell us a little bit about it.
Well, this is our new brewing experience, and Wittnebel's Tavern is really going to be part of a larger complex which will collectively tell the story of beer and brewing in Wisconsin and its importance to Wisconsin history and culture. And the first stop in that story that we're going to be telling is the brewing experience. And this is a building that's not a historic structure like Wittnebel's Tavern, but it's a new built building, but we borrowed from the architecture of historic brew houses when we designed this building. So it was a modern built building, but it essentially reflects the guests 21 and older will actually be able to get a small sample of the historic beer that's being brewed on site. And for folks that are interested in diving deeper, we'll be offering classes and workshops on historic breweries. There will be multiple ways for people to experience the brewing part of the story. And then from there, guests will be able to go to the tavern, where we're going to be restoring the tavern to its appearance in the mid to late 1930s after Prohibition. So it'll be a truly immersion experience where you walk into that tavern, you're literally going to be walking back into time. And it's going to be a working tavern where you'll be able to purchase a beverage. And then behind the tavern, we're going to have a beautiful new beer garden where you'll be able to enjoy that beverage and maybe some food that you purchase along with it.
Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, that just sounds amazing, and I know I can't wait for next year to be here and experience all of that new stuff. But Old World is open right now, so when can you visit, and what do you experience when you come this summer?
Yeah, well, first of all, we are open, which is exciting after the past year.
Yeah.
Just exciting to be able to welcome guests back to Old World, Wisconsin. So currently, there are two ways that you can experience Old World, Wisconsin. On Wednesdays, we have what we call guided adventures, which are small group reservation tours. We offer 3 different tours, 3 different themes, multiple times each day. And so that's a way for guests that maybe aren't quite ready to get out into large crowds to be able to have an Old World, Wisconsin experience. But then on Thursdays through Sundays from 10 to 4, the site is fully open, our trams are running, the buildings are open for exploration. It's a self-guided experience. People can go any way they want and spend as much time as they want. So that's the Old World experience that people are most familiar with.
Yeah, awesome. Well, I love it here and so excited for you. Thanks for sharing with us this morning. So we actually have one more interview today, and I am just so excited to announce our special guest. So we have members of the actual Wittnebel family with us here today. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
So we're so excited that they're here today, and I've got just a few questions. So we've got Barb and Ronnie here who are going to chat with us a little bit. And Barb, so your grandparents founded the tavern, and your parents ran it for most of their life. Roy and Lorraine, right?
Yes.
So Barb, can you just share one of your favorite memories of times when you were here, or when you were there, or operating the family business?
Always it was about the community coming together, but then the family coming together to sit at the bar, to sit at those tables. My father taught everyone, probably from 7 years on, how to play cards. So it was card playing, and at the bar it was dice shaking, and those all positive memories.
Oh, that sounds so nice. And I know that sometimes there was even a little gambling happening at that bar, which I've heard fun stories about. So Ronnie, you know, it must feel incredible to see your family business just standing here. What does it feel like to see Wittnebel Tavern in its new home at Old World?
It's really a sea of emotions. It's very humbling. It's very surreal. But I think on top of that, it's amazing. So as a family, I mean, we all have fond memories, right? And as time marches on and things change, we really felt at a point in time that the Wittnebel Tavern era was over. Everything was done. We take those memories with us. But what's really amazing to see is now that it really has a new life. I mean, and not only for us to establish new memories and share old memories, but for other individuals to be able to experience what we were able to see at one time too.
Oh, that's just great, and I can't wait to experience it myself in a year. So one more question for you, Barb. So Roy and Lorraine are your parents, and they ran the business for the most of their lives. And so what would they say if they were here with us today?
They would be astounded at just what has happened in the past with the germ of an idea given by someone else, not from our family, who said, you should donate these to Old World, Wisconsin. That took root and grew. And I remember when Jim Drager and Joe and another gentleman came out and looked at the tavern and said nothing really. They asked us some questions, not unlike what you're doing now. But the energy I felt between them and with that space, it was kind of amazing. And it is the gift
it better myself. Our mission to share stories, and that's exactly what we're doing here with this tavern. So thank you, everybody. That's all I've got for you today. This is the third and final chapter in the move of Wittnebel Tavern to Old World, Wisconsin. And I want to thank Findor for their careful and safe reconstruction of this priceless building. I want to thank the family for being here. Dan, I want to thank all of the other construction workers, and of course our donors. And just to let you know, the Wittnebel Tavern project is part of the New Arrivals campaign, and we are still seeking funding to help restore the tavern.